guys, this is Becca. I am here participating in Thursday's booktube. It is hosted by Patty at Life with Patty, and I forgot her name. My Mountain Home and Kitchen. I'm sorry, I forgot your name. But anyway, I will have both links as well as the hashtag in the title of this video. I started doing booktube the first of the year, and I did a couple of books and shared them with you. And then let me see what Macy's chewing on. What you got, Macy? What is that? What is that? You can't have that cellophane paper, girl. Sorry, guys. That'll hurt you. You can't have that. But anyway, I have a self-confidence issue. I've always had an inferiority complex, that I felt like that I was lower than everybody else. Nothing I said was important. Nothing I did was important as other people's. I always felt inferior. And I have to really work on that. There's a lot of times I thought about just completely giving up my craft channel here on YouTube, because I just felt like what I had to say or do or show wasn't interesting enough. And I've had to just press through and go on and do those things anyway, even though I felt like no one was really interested. So, I did quit doing the booktube, Thursday's booktube, because I read, actually I started back reading the last of 24. I used to read all the time, and then I kind of just laid it down for a while. When I got started doing YouTube videos, I kind of laid my reading down, but then I picked it back up. I don't remember just what month at the end of 24, but I started back reading. But I started doing booktube at the beginning of the year. And like I said, I showed the first couple of books. But one reason that I'm feeling like maybe no one would be interested in it is because I don't have a physical book to show you. I read on my Kindle app on my phone, so I can't even pull up the app and show you the book because I do my videos from my phone. So I started out at the first of the year, and this was the two books I shared with you. I decided to run a photocopy of them off. I have a little small personal printer, so I thought I would, print out a picture of the book and then write down what the book is for. I did that on two books, and then I thought, nobody's interested in that. I'm just gonna quit. I'm not even gonna do booktube. Nobody wants to see what I have. That's my issue. That's my problem. I worry about it. So every time I see someone do the booktube videos, I think, I really want to participate in that. But I just don't feel like it's going to be interesting enough because, I don't have a physical book to show. So yesterday I got in here and I ran off a picture of the rest of the books in that series that I was reading. That I showed you the first two books. I ran it off. I put them in my book here that I was keeping track of. And that's all 7. I'm not going to tell you about the books. I'm just going to tell you the author, the series name, and then the title name of each book. So the author of these books is Marlissa Criscott. I hope I'm saying that right. Marlisa, Marlissa Criscott, Krisc, Criscott, Kriscott. The book series is called Second Chance Teacher's Romance. There is 7 different teachers in this series, and there's a book about each teacher. So the first one was Aaron, like the man's name, Aaron, after school. The second one is Sonia's Secret Someone. Sonia's Secret Someone. The third book is Marlene's Match. The fourth book is School's Out. The fifth book is Summer School. The sixth book is The Spanish Tutor. And the seventh book is A Novel Thing. Now, like I said, it's about 7 different teachers, and they're, you know. Okay, let me go back to the fact that I only read Christian romance books. Of course, I read my Bible, you know, and devotionals and things like that. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about fiction books. The only thing I read is Christian romance, and most of them are love-inspired books. Now, this series, the teachers, what was it called? The Second Chance Teacher's Romance. Those are not love-inspired books, but they are Christian romance. I don't like anything heavy. I don't like anything with a lot of sexual stuff in it. A kiss at the end of the book is all I'm interested in. You know, that's just me. That's what I like. So I read those 7 books since I've done, well, I did do a BookTube video last week, but it was for a coloring book. But since I've shared the books I'm reading, I read those 7 books plus 4 from another series. This series was called Rocky Mountain Airs. That was the name of the series. There was 4 books in the series, and different authors wrote the books. Like, you know, this first Second Chance Teacher's Romance, the same author wrote every book. But in the Rocky Mountain Airs, different authors wrote each book. So the first book was The Nanny's Homecoming, and that was by Linda Goodnight. Yes, that's her name, Goodnight. The second book is The Sheriff's Runaway, and that's by Arlene James. The third book is The Doctor's Family by Lenora Worth. And the fourth book is The Cowboy's Lady by Caroline Arison. Caroline Arison. Oh, I said there was only 4. There was 6 in that series. Sorry. I was just looked on this one side here. So this is still a continuation of the Rocky Mountain Airs book. Book 5 is The Loner's Thanksgiving Wish by Roxanne Rustin. And then the 6th book is The Prodigal's Christmas Reunion by Catherine Springer. And again, I'm not going to tell you about the books. It'd take up too much time. I will continue next week by maybe, you know, telling you some about the book I'm reading now. So the book I'm reading now is not a love-inspired. Love-inspired is put out by Harlequin Romance. I don't read the regular Harlequin Romance because they're too heavy too sexual for me. I read the Love Inspired. This series, series, this type of book, Heart Song Presents. I don't know if they even put books out like that anymore from that collection, that whatever you want to call it, publisher or whatever you want to call it. I haven't seen any in a long time. This book I'm reading is a book I'm reading on my Kindle app, and I've had it for a while. So it's an older book. I don't know if you can even still get it. It's an older book, but it's called The Grand Hotel, and I didn't even know until yesterday when I was pulling up the app to get, to be able to write down what the book was about, that it's actually, there's 3 books in the series, and I didn't know that, and I'm reading book number 3. It's a series. I don't know how many books. I know I'm on book number 3. I need to try to pull up Michigan Weddings is the name of the series. Now, it's probably going to be able to, you can read them individually by themselves. When it says it's a series, it don't mean it goes from timeline, down. It just means that they're different Michigan weddings, by different people. So I'm going to see if I can find some more of them on Kindle. I may not can. But The Grand Hotel is the one I'm reading. Hold on, guys. I'm afraid, let me turn this off because my light went out. My phone's fixing to cut off. I'll be right back. Okay, guys, sorry about that. I still don't know why my light's not on. It cut off a while ago. And now I can't get it back on. I'll have to go into more detail. What happened? Exploring it more and find out what's wrong. What happened was my battery was too low. I have done so many videos today. It being the first of the month, doing color completions and first of the month collabs and all that, and I wasn't paying attention to the battery, and the battery completely died before I got into the living room to plug it up. So I let it charge a little while, and then I decided to come back on and finish the video. But I was saying that the book I'm reading now is called Grand Hotel. I'm almost through with it. But I will tell you a little bit about it, what the app said about it. A family legend brings Amy Mickelson to Grand Hotel on Michigan Mechanics Island as she seeks to uncover a hidden inheritance. Amy's carefree nature hits a wall of organization. Mr. Dylan Thurl. And it's a very good book. I have really enjoyed it. And what that means, I didn't write the rest of it down, but what it is Amy's carefree, and she just, she don't make plans. She just flitters from here to there to yonder, as things come up that she wants to do. She's just a carefree type person. But Dylan is very organized. He says he has a week planner, a year planner, a 5-year planner, and a 10-year planner, that he has his life planned for up to 10 years. Now, can you imagine? I have a planner, and I plan for every, for each week, but those plans can be changed. Excuse me. Those plans can be changed at any time I want to change them. Can you imagine having your life planned out for 10 years? No way. No way. But anyway, he goes right by the book. He goes right by his plans. He don't like to veer off of it. He don't like to do anything on the spur of the moment. He likes to plan everything. And she's more carefree. Well, she come into the hotel to look for her inheritance. It's an old building that was back in the 1800s. Her great-grandfather, I think it was, helped build it back in the 1800s. And he had left word that he left an inheritance for the family, you know, but that they would have to go find it at the Grand Hotel. And so she went on the adventure of trying to find her grandmother. Is in the hospital, or in a senior citizen, what do you call it, nursing home type facility. I can't think of what it's called. And so her grandmother was wanting to, you know, to find that hidden, whatever it was that was hidden. She was wanting to find it before she passed on. So Amy decided to go, and Amy was her, I think, her only granddaughter, only grandchild that was interested in it. So she went to see if she could find the inheritance, whatever it was that was hidden there for the Mickles and the family. And so she goes, and she, you know, like it says, she ran into a organization wall, which was Dylan. He's the manager, the top manager, whatever they're called, and he's trying to even, well, he's not the top. He's wanting to reach the top, but he's pretty far up the ladder. I can't remember what they called it in the book. But, you know, he goes by plans. He don't do things on the spur of the moment. And she's trying to get him to help her, you know, or allow her to look for the inheritance and all that. And so I'm not finished the book yet. So next week when I come on to do BookTube, I'm sure I will have that one complete. I will, you know, let you know. I'm not going to tell you the ending of it, but I'll let you know I've finished it, and tell you which book I have started on, you know, the next book I've started on. Yeah, so I really have battled back and forth trying to make myself do this, you know, to get over my feelings that no one would be interested in what books I read, you know, especially since I read only Christian romance. Even my own family, you know, my younger sister, she reads, but she don't read the type of books I do. So I really don't have anyone else to talk to except for on YouTube. And so I really battled whether anyone would be interested in it or not, because I read Christian romance. So anyway, I just bit the bullet, and I said I'm going to go ahead and do it. If they don't like it, they don't have to watch it. It's there. I enjoy doing the videos, and if there's one person that watches it and enjoys it, then it's worth putting up the video. So that's what I did. So I'll try to be back next, well, you know, unless life happens and I can't, I will be back next Thursday to tell you what book I'm starting on next. All right, guys, I hope you all have a great rest of your day. I hope you have enjoyed this little video, or long video, whatever it is. I don't know how long it is because it's in 2 parts. But anyway, I hope you've enjoyed it, and I hope you all have a great evening and night, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.